Hi guys, it's Brendan Drain here, the lead developer on Predestination. The second stage of the Predestination beta is now being released, introducing the Planetary Colonisation part of the game. In this video, I'll show the Planetary Exploration, Colony Building and Resource Management gameplay. I apologise in advance for the length of the video, there's just a lot to show off this time. As always, your feedback and suggestions are welcomed, even if you're not in the beta. In this scenario, we're playing as a reptilian race called the Soros, as they explore and colonize a Terran planet. The Soros get a 25% bonus to food production, and in Predestination, population is limited basically by the amount of food you can make, so the Soros effectively have a 25% higher population cap on their planet. This planet has several unexplored land masses. The orbital scan will let us know roughly where all the resources are on the planet. They'll be located somewhere inside these coloured blobs, which are colour coded for the particular resource type. Most of the ore is on this continent and most of the food is on this one. Scouts will automatically explore the terrain near your colonies for resources, or we can direct them to particular locations to speed the process up. There's some food down here, so we'll send him down here to find it, and then up here to get this coal. When the scout arrives at the location, he'll begin a standard search pattern to explore the area and will then go back on autopilot towards his next destination. Once discovered, resources can be claimed by building a colony nearby or sending an expedition. Expeditions are cheaper, they only cost 100 metal, but 200 population and 200 food must be permanently sent to settle on it. This food resource is now available for use in your colonies. We can see how many claimed deposits we have and how many are still available for use in the deposits pane. So this planet has a total of 21 ore, 6 coal and 16 food resources. These resources are used by buildings, so we've got 1 ore and 1 food deposit available and unused. We can go into the colony and build something that uses them. This is our first colony. Please keep in mind that the building models are not finished yet, and we'll be updating them before launch. The central building here is the city building. This colony also starts with a metal silo, a food silo, a housing complex, a fossil fuel plant, and 1 food processor. We'll just build a few more metal silos, a couple of geothermal power plants, a few housing units, and an ore refinery, and then finally a food processor to use the food deposit that we just found. This symbol shows that the ore refinery consumes 1 ore resource. If you don't have the required resources, the icon will be red. So each building that uses a deposit needs to be fed from 1 deposit of a particular type. Each building also costs a certain amount of metal to build and uses a certain amount of energy per turn, or produces a certain amount of energy if it's a power plant. If there isn't enough energy for all of your buildings, some of them will just go offline. If you don't have enough metal to build something, it'll be added to the build queue and displayed with scaffolding around it. It'll then automatically build when there's enough metal in your silos. Now that I have 500 metal, I can build a new colony. I'll build it over at these 2 coal deposits. Any deposits inside the territory of a colony will be automatically claimed for free when the colony is built. Each new colony also comes with its own scout, speeding up the exploration of the planet. This notification in the corner tells us that the colony has been established. This will be more useful when you're in the galaxy map and are responding to notifications from multiple planets. With the coal that we just captured, we can build a few fossil fuel power plants. They're more efficient on space than the other power plants, and we don't have any other buildings that use coal. Housing increases the planet's maximum population, but as I said before, the real limit on population is how much food you're producing. One food processor can support up to 1,000 population units, or 1,250 with the Soros bonus. There will be researchable technologies in the final game that will also increase this. The purpose of population is to generate tax, and some buildings like the ore refinery are required to function. There are also some technologies that are based on how many population you have on the planet. Habitable planets in Predestination are always a mixture of 4 different environments: terran, ocean, desert and ice. The environment scanner lets us see the environments across the planet. Orange hexes are desert, green are terran, white are icy tundra, and blue hexes are ocean. Each type of race has a preferred environment, so reptilian races can only build colonies in desert environments. If we want to access all the food resources up at the top of this continent, we'll need to build a colony nearby and send expeditions to claim it. This uses up a lot of population, but the Soros have a population growth bonus to counteract that. This planet contains 5 hidden ancient ruins, each of which increases the planet's research output by 10% when claimed. Other hidden rare items you might find include gold deposits, energy crystals, splinter colonies, native tribes, and crashed ships that you can salvage. These don't show up on the resource scan, so the only way to find them is by exploring the entire planet. Much of the planet gameplay is designed to be set up and then left to run by itself for a long time. Scouts can be set on long exploration missions, for example, and colonies can have long build queues. That way you can be exploring and colonizing many planets in the background while on the galaxy screen. Once a planet is fully explored and all the resources on it are being used, you'll really never have any reason to touch it again unless something changes or you want to change the way you build your colonies. The one big feature that didn't quite make it into this beta is the blueprint system. It's designed to reduce planet micromanagement by letting you save your colony layouts to blueprints and then reuse them on other colonies. For example, you could design a factory colony that uses 3 ore resources, or a housing complex with a food processor, enough housing for 1,000 population and some power buildings. Other features we still have to add include a morale system and entertainment buildings, hospitals and police centres, research labs, colony shields and weapons, and shipyards. I'm also working on a terraforming system that will let you use energy to transform the environments on the planet, and it's possible that we may be able to let multiple races colonize a single planet and fight over resources. Thanks for watching the video. Those of you who are in the beta will have been sent an email with details of how to get a hold of it, and even if you aren't in the beta, we'd love to hear your thoughts on the planet gameplay, or any ideas that you have for buildings or technologies. Thanks guys.